Brussels. Who's ready for some BMX today?
Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me.
Hello and welcome to the highlights of Urban Sessions Brussels. We are back in the very classy, busy, picturesque city of Brussels in Belgium. The last major BMX freestyle park event before the Olympics. It is Urban Sessions. And luckily the weather is mild. There's hardly any wind. It's not too hot. Perfect conditions. Absolutely mint conditions for throwing down shapes and big airs on this park in the heart of the European city of Brussels. So this is the finals. They get 2 runs of 60 seconds each, and the best run counts. Simple as that. Do 2 runs, nail one of them, win. Easy, right? It's a very smooth park, very popular event. This regular annual event with plenty of action sports happening in 1 week. But the highlight is, of course, the BMX finals. This brand new park built like G-ramps. It's an Olympic class park, 30 by 40 meters, and the ramps go up to 5.75 meters in height. And it's got some really interesting wide transition box and that mellow wall ride. Look, it's not quite vertical, so you might see some gravity defying up on the wall ride. But that literally is the stage set for the finals. We're going to watch the women and then the men. Some big names competing today. Now, of course, it's all about the judges. Difficulty, risk, height, flow, consistency, progression, variety, control, and use of course. So these guys up in the gantry, up in the spotters tower, the judges, the brains trust up there, they have to make a call on how well each rider uses the course, how many tricks, how dangerous are the tricks, how do they flow. So the women's final. ANALIA, ZACARIAS, LILLYANA, SEIDLER, KEIR, SIRLIN, and VALERIIA, LIUBIMOVA are ready to go. And first up, ANALIA ZACARIAS from Argentina, to 2 times national champion back home in South America from Posadas. 35 years old, so almost the same, the combined age of the other 3 finalists. She's that age, but that's all about experience. This is her second run, so can she beat 56.33 from her first run? We've got to hope that she does. Basically, with only 4 riders in this final, 1 person's going to lose out on the podium. So the 60 seconds is running. So she hasn't thrown down a trick yet. That's going to work against her. Still no tricks. Where's the tricks? Okay, that's the first one. Nice turn down. And a toboggan. There we go. The wall ride up nice and high. Nice tabletop, so she's using the course very well. Oh, a nice little transition there. So she's using the course well. Still not quite the high volume of tricks. 20 seconds to go. Nice one-footed X up. Keeping the speed up over the spine. Again over the spine. Still. We heard the buzzer. That was 10 seconds to go. She's got 5, 4, 3, 2. No, not enough tricks in there, in my opinion. She ends with a bar spin, but that was after the buzzer, so the judges have to ignore it. Doesn't count. ANALIA ZACARIAS from Argentina. So the highlights package will probably show all of her main tricks because the volume of tricks was not that high. So look, there's the current standings. She was in 4th. Can she move up into the podium position against the other 3 riders here in Brussels representing Argentina? It's a 74.00, so that's a massive improvement on run 1, and it does put her into 3rd spot. Okay, let's move on to our next finalist, LILLYANA SEIDLER. She is from Germany, just turned 17, and she's from Neubrandenburg. She is on Team Deutschland for the Olympics. Yeah, she's only just 17. So what can LILLYANA SEIDLER do? On her second run, she's currently in 2nd place. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and the 60-second starts. When she drops in, here we go. She drops in. Very nice. High, mellow 360. A little turn down. Oh, very nice. Bar spin tail tap there, which is a good combo. And you don't see that happening in that spot of this park very often. Nice tire grab. Here we go. No hander. Tail whip. Yes. So that's a sequence of 3 very nice tricks. Spine to spine. Little foot plant. Disaster. Fast plant. So 10 seconds to go. Here's the buzzer. Little can. So she front-loaded the run with that 360, but has it tailed off a little bit. Little seat grab. So the German rider is clearly stoked with that. Some very good tricks in there. And this is probably the best one, the headline trick. And it's so mellow. Really nice bar spin to tail tap, tire grab. So an interesting mix of tricks as well. And then the seat grab. So we've got to see how the judges have judged this. The tuck no hander, she's got to get that landed. That was that good sequence of 3 tricks back to back to back. And she was right up in the corner, so it was not an easy exit from that little sequence. So the judges have done their judging. Here come the points. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Are they still discussing? They've got to agree on the numbers. They have to agree. What's it going to be? The suspense is killing her. She can't believe it. There we go. 86.66, 91.73 puts LILLYANA SEIDLER at the top of the tree. The German rider goes into 1st, and she gets applauded by KEIR SIRLIN, who had a near-perfect 1st run with 91 points. Now she is 14 years old, from Utah in the States, and here she goes. Oh, 2 tricks in 1. X up to can with big air, fast plant over the spine. That's a tricky technical trick. Nice little tabletop. Tire grab. So she extends her trick. She adds trick upon trick, which is really, really nicely done. She's using the park well, covering a lot of square meterage of this park. And even that, we've not seen that angle taken over the box. Bar spin. Okay, what's she building up to in the last third of this minute? Bar spin. It's an interesting way to get up onto the elevated section. Oh, that's amazing. A 540. 540 into a fakie. Incredible. That's a standout trick. So there's so much in that to unpick. Very technical. She's a 3-time national champion already at only 14 years old. She rides for Harrow and Vans. And I think we're going to see a lot of KEIR SIRLIN over the years. coming from Utah, which is such an incredible action sports place in the world. So is that run, her second run, good enough to take her not only above 91.0, her first run, but above 91.73. Let's have a look. The judges have judged 92.40. That puts her at the top. That puts her in gold position. Yep. And she gets congratulated there by LILLYANA SEIDLER. So, VALERIIA LIUBIMOVA, who is nationality originally Russian, but she lives in Montpellier in France, and her minute starts now. Here she goes. Oh, a lovely big mellow 360. And a little plant up on the wall. A little 100 over the hip. X up into the vert wall. Another little X up. So she's peeling back on herself quite a lot. Now she opens up to the rest of the course. Gets some nice height and momentum for the bar spin. Bar spin over the big box. Oh yeah, tuck no hander. So she's coming up to the last 10 minutes of this run. She's gone on the elevated section again, so she's making sure she spreads herself around the park. Is there one more trick? One more trick. Come on, VALERIIA. A little toboggan. But that's it, that's the buzzer. So the VALERIIA LIUBIMOVA, could she possibly go back on the top step of the podium? Let's have a look at the highlights again. So occasionally it's not a huge extension on the one hand coming off the bar, but it still counts as one-handed. So now she's gone down to 65. She's bottom of the tree at the moment from her first run, but everyone else has done their second run. So where will she shake down once the judges have done their judging? Let's see. That is such a good bar spin. But yeah, she lives in Montpellier, so she's got great skate parks right on her doorstep. 88.16, she's massively improved on run one. VALERIIA LIUBIMOVA. And where does that put her in the standings? Well, let's watch to see how this shakes down as the crowd gather.
How do you feel about being traveling all around the world just for the love of BMX freestyle?
Well, I'm really happy I did it because this was a really amazing experience, and the whole experience was so fun to do, and I'm so glad I got to come out here and do it. It was totally worth it.
I saw you and your dad this morning at breakfast, and you guys were going for some sightseeing in Brussels. What was the main highlight for you?
The buildings here are absolutely insane. Like they're so old, but they're like so cool. Like we saw these buildings that looked like a palace, and it was just like so much different than the U.S.
KEIR, it's amazing having you here and sharing this win with you. So ladies and gentlemen of Brussels, can I have a round of applause for our winner of River Sessions, KEIR SIRLIN! The Queen of Brussels.
Well, that is totes adorbs. She's 14 years old and from America.
Okay, so
every building is going to look old, but Brussels is particularly beautiful.
So just bear with us for a minute.
But what a bright future she has ahead of her. So let's have another little look at some highlights. She competed against some great riders, but now she gets gold honors on the podium, and you got a feel for ANALIA ZACARIAS, who came in fourth, but KEIR SIRLIN comes first, LILLYANA SEIDLER from Germany in second, and VALERIIA LIUBIMOVA, representing France, takes bronze. But all four representing very well for the crowd here in Brussels. Bit of an ice pack there for VALERIIA. Even she's a little bit older than the other two. The two teenagers, the teenage prodigies. One from France, one from Germany, and one from the USA. Way too young to have champagne on the podium, but they'll get their trophies nonetheless. Looks like a great day out in Brussels. So many other events. So VALERIIA LIUBIMOVA takes third place in the BMX Park 2024 here at Brussels Urban Sessions. She's got some kind of a knock on her wrist, so she's been applying the ice pack. But off come the elbow pads. Gets ready to receive her trophy. Very nice wooden trophy for third place. She doesn't look super stoked with that. I think she might have been happier to place a little bit higher, but what can you do when you've got two incredible teenagers throwing down runs like they did? So in second place, from just over the border in Germany, from Alt-Rese, LILLYANA SEIDLER. What a great way to celebrate her 17th birthday just a few days ago. Second place here at Brussels Urban Sessions. She gets her nice trophy on the podium. But the biggest round of applause and all eyes on our American superstar, all the way from Utah, USA, 14 years old, SIRLIN. Gets herself up on the top step of the podium. Can't quite believe that she's flown all the way to Europe and picked up a gold. Here comes the trophy. So photo opportunity for these three. See this picture across all the action sports and BMX websites and magazines and across all of their Instagrams, alongside some very nice pictures of them throwing tricks in midair here in Brussels. The podium for the women's final. Don't forget, it's the last event, last freestyle park event of this stature before we hit Paris for the Olympics. So another chance to look at the winning run. Look at that. So that's very technical. 1 foot X up to fully extended can-can is not an easy trick. It's like 3 tricks. With her customary sort of lavendery colored bike. Oh, she didn't quite get that hand connected on the bar on landing, but it didn't throw her. Just enjoy the extension of that can-can. So much going on in that run. And look at the narrowness of that the spine, that she nails the foot for that plant and a great extension of the frame before she drops back in, never losing the momentum. A worthy winner here, right on the edge of Josaphat Park, in the northeast of the Belgian capital. Now it's time for the men. So in the final, PATRYCK TEUL, Kane Mitchell, Hans-Wilhelm Kittler, Tom Clemens, Dean Florian, Tom van den BOGAARD, Levi Weidman, Declan Brooks, Sean GORNALL, Miller Temple and Mike HULLOCK. The Netherlands and Team Great Britain heavily represented here today. So let's get going. All the way from Poland, 29 years old, from Białystok in Poland. And the 60 seconds has started for PATRYCK TEUL. That's a huge flare. 720, so much speed, little wall plant. Whoa! That's a flare opposite downside tail whip. Okay, so the wall to get some extra height and speed, very nice transfer. Up onto the extended section, double tail whip going backwards. Oh, really nice backflip. Nice 360, little wall ride. Tuck no hander. Oh, big flare. Still got 10 seconds left. Nice switch wall ride. Has he got a trick left? No. No more tricks. Ooh. A little 360 over the spine, but it was just on the buzzer, so that's at the discretion of the judges if that made the cut. But this was such a dynamic trick because not only is it a difficult technical trick, but he made it across an entire gap. This is PATRYCK TEUL. Double tail whip. And look at that. He gets his foot, both feet squarely on the pedals. Plenty of risk in this run, which obviously earns points. Oh, quite a heavy landing. He kind of almost hit the flat, not quite on the transition, but that could knock the wind out of you a little bit.
2 nights ago, he won the best trick competition.
And that flare transfer he seemed to have so much hang time over that gap.
What he's capable of, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready with me as we get ready for
So his run one score, 81.66. So that's pretty solid. So let's move on to our German friend Hans-Wilhelm KITTLER, 19 years old, from Schädelbein. Backwards, 360 can, another 360. Backflip tail whip is a brilliant trick. Tuck no hander over the hip. Huge double tail whip. Oh, has to slow down. Huge flare. There's no brake, so he had to really just skid out to shave some speed off. Turn down. Whoa! 360 double tail whip. So his momentum is still good. Right, got what time for one last big trick. Oh! Slightly cased the landing of that backflip. So he got a wall ride bar spin in just before the buzzer. There's a couple of sketchy moments in that, but the size and the style and the risk of those tricks looked pretty good for that 18-year-old German KITTLER. As he gets himself back up there by the DJ booth on the top of the vert. Let's see if we can spot any of those tiny little errors in that run. It's quite a heavy landing. What a great view for those spectators up there in the viewing gallery. So let's try and see if he's pleased. 78.66. Not bad, not bad. So Sean Gornall, all the way from Widnes up in the northwest of England, 29 years old. Heavy representation of Team GBR. And Team GB, of course, looking to capitalize on success in the Olympics again this year. Truck driver and then a bar spin. Oh, huge. Truck driver, top spin, tabletop to 360. Tuck no hander. Another bar spin. Wow. A backflip.
He's combining all these tricks.
360 opposite downside whip. 720 flip. Whoa, that's huge. So it's flare and flare again. There's a couple of trademark tricks in here that should score him high. Front flip. No hander. Wow. Sean Gornall throwing it down, doing what he can. So now there'll be an internal battle amongst all the Brits here, obviously supporting each other, but who's going to come out on the top of the pile? Up amongst the Germans and the Poles and the Dutch. So this is a DECLAN. So at this point he needs to score 94 to go to the top of the tree. Do the judges think he deserves that? Anything above a 94-0. His signature DECLAN. Is that enough to tip him up? No, goes into second, 92 flat for Sean. Okay, so he's in second. So Mike Hullock, all the way from Merseyside. He's 25 years old. Can he twist and shout like the Beatles from his hometown? Here we go. That is huge, yeah. 360 bar spin, double bar spin. T-Bogan. There was a little hang up there. Huge 360 double tail whip. Whip air. Bar spin is really nice use of that, the other way around the corner of that park. He's really using a lot of the different obstacles. It's kind of a backwards 360 tuck no hander, 360 tail whip. Back flip tail whip. Ooh, cased the landing on that of the 360 bar spin, double truck driver. Whoa, he just squeezed in a 540 flare. Just did it make it under the buzzer? Well, he was stoked with that. He's quite happy. I would say that was a trick-packed run. He got a lot of tricks into that 60 seconds. Did Mike Hullock. But did it looks like he was saying, please please me, but did it please the judges? Such a technical trick with really good air. So there was the 360 bar spin tail whip, then the 360 double tail whip. Such a difficult trick, look, just marvel. And he's not quite on the pedals. It's got to really have the confidence that you can get that readjusted when you land. And the extension on the can-can. It's just a rear entry for the landing, judging the spot. So the spine has such a tiny transition, it's a very difficult landing. And let's see what it does. 91.16 puts him in third spot. Okay, and the Brits just keep on coming. Here's Kane Mitchell. Kane Mitchell all the way from up there on the top of the half pipe. He's 25 years old. He's actually the 4th ranked BMX rider in Britain right now. Will he move himself up the tree with this 60-second run which starts now? Here we go. Wow, backflip, double bar spin, triple bar air, back truck driver, huge flare. Wow, oh, backflip, double tail whip, but he didn't nail the landing. He'll lose points for that. An 360. Nice transition over the gap. Tuck no hander over the spine. Wall ride, mellow. Double tail whip. Big tuck no hander, flying like a bird. Whoa. Flared tabletop. He really wants to nail something in this last 5 seconds. 360 no-hander. And a front flip. He did it. He managed to front flip just before the buzzer. I think he's left it all out there on the park. I think he's given it everything he had. You can see he is absolutely flat out. Kane Mitchell. Let's have a look again. Backflip, double bar spin. So where's he going to fit into the standings? Currently in 5th. With 87, has he moved up? So the flare tabletop is an unusual trick. And he lands it. But there's a lot of different physics going on with the bike and the human. So he improves to 87.90, keeps him 5th place. So he gives it the shrug emoji and moves on. So time for Tom Clemens, 18 years old, the German rider, keen to make an impression. So after his first run, he's currently sitting in 6th. Can the teenager upset some of the British riders? Slight sketchy landing. X up, turn down. Really nice use of the transfer. Big 360 triple bar spin. A very big look back. Another 360 with a whip to bar. Turn down. Nice backflip. So it's halfway through and there seems to be lots of tricks so far for Tom Clemens. Really good variety of tricks, style, and also lots of different transfers being used. Oh yeah. An ice pick right at the top of the vert. The judges will love that. Enormous can flare. A 360 look back and a wall ride with a bar spin to finish up for the buzzer. He was very impressive in that. It's great when you see that human reaction at the end. Yep, I did all those things. And they seemed to stick. So Tom Clemens, I feel like he's done enough to move up from 6th, but that's up to the judges, not me. Let's see what he has delivered. Starting off with that special drop-in, but then there was a slight sketchy moment right in that first few seconds of the run, but after that, he pretty much nailed everything. I reckon he's done enough to move up the leaderboard. All the different criteria that the judges are looking for, he was ticking all of those boxes. What a great shot. Those moody skies and air. Backflip can is a scary trick to do. Look at that. So we've not seen anyone use that coping up there at the top of the vert. 86.83. So at the moment he stays in 6th. I thought it would be judged higher than that, but maybe they spotted some mistakes along the way. But he's got a great future ahead of him, so he won't worry. So Tom van den Bogaard from around the corner in the Netherlands, all the way from Aal-Rikstal. He's 27 years old, so he's got a lot of experience in this. Whoa. Backflip, X up to turn down. Nice fast plant. Big tuck no-hander. So that's the extension was superb. Whoa. That's a 360 triple down tail whip. Insane. That's an insane trick. You won't see that very often. And a very mellow backflip over the spine. The one-footed tabletop. Very nice tail whip. The flare turn down. Keeping the pace up. He's got 10 seconds left. Has he got time for one more big trick? Beta jam on the top of the Spox. Oof. So the Flying Dutchman lives up to his name, Tom van den Boogaard. That's 3 whips. So he's currently in 4th. Has he done enough to move up? Throwing that right in the middle of his run. Completely nothing touching the bike. Must be a great feeling, defying gravity. Not even touching the vehicle. 89.66. Oh, he doesn't improve by a lot, so he improves a little bit. He's in 4th. So currently leading, Declan Brooks. Of course, he was one of the original members of the Team GB Olympic BMX crew. He won bronze in the Olympics in Tokyo. He's about to turn 28. He's from Portsmouth. Here we go. Speed up. A 720. Switch turn down. T-bogging over the hip. Oh. A corked out 900. Whoa! Front flip. Tail whip. Wall wide tail whip. Techno-hander. There's 2 massive tricks back to back. Big transition there. Wow. 720 cork out on the spine. Big 360. Right, what's going to be in the last 5 seconds? One more trick. Whoa. Off-axis front flip. Declan Brooks showing that he didn't rest on his laurels when he got that bronze medal in Tokyo 3 years ago. Portsmouth's such a rad place to be able to ride if you're a skater or a BMXer. Plenty of skate parks down there. So, Darren Brooks. 360 Techno-hander was nice. Staple moves in the middle of some absolute unique bangers. And here we go, watch for the hands, full extension. And the beauty of that is that's opposite. So he's doing it the opposite way than he would normally do. Front side or back side, if you're a skater. Look at that front flip whip. No idea where you're going, except he does, because his mental gyroscope just gets him straight back down and continue. No hands. Okay, what's it going to be? Is he going to take the spoils? He improves his 95.33. Even he can't believe that he improved on himself, and he remains 1st place.
Declan, you were here last year as well, finishing in 7th, and now you jumped not only on the podium, but on top of the podium. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, super happy to be back. The course is great. Everyone's loving the course, and yeah, it just suited my running style today. And to do 2 good runs, I was really.
Now, with the Olympic experience you have, we see you're still like on the contest scene. Like, how does it feel to like still keep on going and have the energy?
Yeah, I've been riding about 18 years now. I'm getting a little bit good. I'm riding better than I ever have. The new trick with the opposite free flip. So I'm stoked to put that in a run. And yeah, just keeping on going.
Now, you said this is your 3rd year. Number 1 question, will you be coming back next year?
Yeah, I'll be back next year. I love the city, beautiful place.
What do you put in your waffles in Brussels?
Just maple syrup.
That's a combination. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of Urban Sessions, Declan Brooks!
Apologies for the technical issues with the interview there, but I think you got the gist. Declan Brooks comes away with the win. Shaun Gornall, Mike Hullock is your top 3 all-British podium. Tom van den Bogaard, Kane Mitchell and Tom Clemens make up the top 6. Then it's Patrick TEUL, Kittler, Kinderman, Weidman, Florian and Temple are the 12. And as you can see, they're just getting the podium ready. So here we go, 3rd place rider makes his way up to the stage. Some awesome work by Mike Hullock, who officially takes the bronze here in Brussels. A nice wooden trophy gets presented. The podium happening not that long after the run, so as you can see, they're still slightly out of breath. So Shaun Gornall comes in for 2nd place. These guys know each other extremely well. They'll have been competing against each other, riding with each other for years. 2nd place for Shaun. All the way from Widnes in the northwest of England. Wait for your trophy. Don't jump the gun. Declan, hold back. So there we go. The 2nd place trophy. Now it's time, Declan. You take the Union flag with you. All 3 riders on the podium could take a share in that flag, but Declan Brooks knows what it means to represent that flag on the highest possible stage for this sport. Congratulations, Declan, the winner of BMX Park 2024 here in Brussels at the Urban Sessions. It was nice to hear him in the interview also being stoked that he managed to get a ride that he practices in the park into a competitive run. Love that, when people are progressing all the time, even when they're at the top of their game. So time for a photo moment. And that is your top 3 in the men here in Brussels. An all-British win. So that starts to bring us to a close. Let's have another look at some of the incredible moves that we saw from that winning run from Declan Brooks. Huge extension in the hands. Alley-oop 360 tuck no-hander. He's so driven, the focus in his eyes. And now when they relax, he's very happy. Well, that brings us to an end here at Urban Sessions in Brussels. And we are out.